will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing. Good morning, and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining me today on this lovely Tuesday. Yes, I hope you enjoyed the story that we had for you yesterday, but missed you. Needed a day to recover from the weekend. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Story Time. Glad we're here. Glad I can be here with you live and bringing back another favorite here to Story Time. Can I sit with you? This one coming to us from Sarah Jacoby. Yes, written and illustrated by Sarah Jacoby. And this one came out in 2021. Remember then? 2021. Oh my goodness. And thinking back to just at that point, not knowing when things would start opening up again. But here we are. Glad we made it to this point. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Story Time. And I hope that this one indeed brings you joy this morning, brings you warmth, and of course, just I hope, sometimes it's good to just get lost in the books, right? Thank you so much for being here. And as always, please let us know where you're joining in from. If anybody else is joining in with you, let us know they're there so we can say hi to them as well. Thank you indeed for choosing to be a part of Storytime this morning. You could have been doing anything else, but you're here with us and we appreciate it. Biggest of hugs to each and every one of you. And of course, too, remember that if you cannot catch us live, I know that, there's different things that people are doing. And so you might not always be able to catch us live. Well, you can always find Storytime at Storytime with Miss Limata, Facebook, YouTube, and of course, you get to enjoy all those wonderful, wonderful stories that we have from such amazing creators out there. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Sarah Forster, how are you doing today? Thank you so much. Good to see you. How are you doing out there in Berlin, Massachusetts? Right. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that everything is well. Everything is great at the library as well. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. And yes. Glad to be here together. 2025. Can you imagine that, right? Can I sit with you? This one coming to us from Sarah Jacoby. And of course, we're reading it with permission of the publishers, of course, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. And as I've mentioned before, we do have their spring catalog. Books have started arriving. I'm excited. Opening a box almost every day. So getting excited all the time. Cannot wait to share those with you. Fantastic reads coming your way. So stay tuned for that, as those stories will be coming your way very, very shortly. And yes, wherever you're joining us from today, thank you for being here. Please get comfortable, get cozy, whatever you need to make this story time even better. Is it a cup of tea? Is it a cup of hot chocolate? Is it that crunchy snack? Whatever you need, go and grab it now. And I'll see you on the other side of this very short message when we're back with Story Time for today.
I Too by Langston Hughes. I too am America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes, but I laugh and eat well and grow strong. Nobody will dare say to me, eat in the kitchen then. Besides, they'll see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. I too am America.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Soraya, the sticky spider there reciting Langston Hughes. I too am America. Thank you so much for joining in here on Storytime. Soraya, thank you. I will never get tired of hearing that. Thank you so much for doing that for us. And of course, I hope that you're doing well. I hope that school is going well. Thank you indeed for being here. And of course, Sharon Lungo sending you love as well. Can I sit with you? This one coming to us from Sarah Jacoby, and we're reading it with permission of the publishers Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Get ready. And this is one of those two and and Sarah will tell you too, like if you find it at the library, you get to see the sleeve, but then there's usually extra protections that are put in, just for cataloging and all of that. And Sarah, tell me why the library usually covers books. I hope I got that right. But we also have an inside the cover there. And Andy, as we've been calling it, right? So if you get this book, if you find it somewhere else other than the library, where it's been it might be taped up, you can get to see that extra artwork at the bottom. But of course, remember, use those libraries. They're there for you. They are your resources indeed. But our story for today, can I sit with you? Yeah, can I sit with you this morning? Ah, Can I Sit With You? Written and illustrated by Sarah Jacoby and read with permission of the publishers Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Treasures are inside. Yes. Treasures are inside. All right. Can I sit with you? Does that look like your neighborhood? Does that look like a place you know? Visited before, maybe? When I see these row houses, remind me of Baltimore. Loved living in Baltimore. Pardon me. May I ask you a question? Pardon me. May I ask you a question? Of course you may. If you're brimming like a ringing bell, if you're lonely like an empty plate, yeah, pardon me. May I ask you a question? If you're brimming like a ringing bell, if you're lonely like an empty plate, if you're dusty eyed, if you're bright, yeah. If you're brimming like a ringing bell, if you're empty like a plate, was it? If you're lonely like an empty plate, if you're dusty eyed, if you're bright, can I sit with you? Yeah, pardon me. Can I ask you a question? Yeah, if you're all those things, can I sit with you? Is that okay? If you take a long car ride or find a different chair, if the day is strange and new, I will be loyal. I will be familiar, loyal, and true. Yes, but Pamela Courtney, it's Sarah Jacoby, right? Like you're in for a treat every single time. Yeah. I love them too. Yeah. Yeah. Can I sit with you? If you take a long car ride or find a different chair, if the day is strange and new, yeah, I'll be loyal. I'll be familiar, loyal, and true. Yeah. When you want a wide green field, when you want the orange light, yeah. When you want a wide green field, when you want the orange light, when you need a deep blue dark, can I sit with you? Yeah. When you need a deep blue dark, can I sit with you? Back and forth, to and fro, we weave the space between. Bit by bit, throw by throw, we start to feel at ease. Yeah. Good morning, Soraya. How are you doing? Sharon Lunga, good morning. Back and forth, to and fro, we weave the space between. Bit by bit, throw by throw, we start to feel at ease. Yeah. Oh, look at that page. What a leap, too. Yeah. Those illustrations are stunning. So, if you hear another call or disappear from view, I'll understand the stray in you. It is in my nature, too. Yeah. So, if you hear another call or disappear from view, I'll understand the stray in you. It is in my nature, too. And even if I wander, ramble and roam, yeah, and even if you wander, ramble and roam, I know looking high and low can show you what you left at home. Yeah. And if you wander, ramble and roam, I know looking high and low can show you what you left at home. I've wandered many years and I've seen so much new. I've felt many colors. Still, I recall our blue. Now I hear this echo. I am singing back to you, a long awaited answer. Yes, a long awaited answer. I will sit with you. Mwah. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Uh, yes, I will sit with you. Life will happen. You may roam, rumble, and wonder. But yeah, I will sit with you. If you hear different voices and you wonder, I will understand the stray in you. It is in my nature too. I will sit with you. Oh, goodness. And that is the end of our story. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for joining in here on Story Time. Absolutely appreciate you. Pamela, Courtney, thank you for being here. And he said, I've missed our hangout together, dear Soraya. Oh goodness. Yes. Love to see it. Hope you're well. What grade are you in? Chad is in fifth grade now. Oh goodness. And of course, saying hello to Sharon as well. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Story Time. Absolutely appreciate you. Please catch me on the other side of this short break when we're back with more story time.
I Too by Langston Hughes. I too am America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes, but I laugh and eat well and grow strong. Nobody will dare say to me, eat in the kitchen then. Besides, they'll see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. I too am America.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Story Time. Soraya, beautiful you are indeed, and you too are America for sure. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Story Time. And of course, thank you to everybody that joined in, whether you're here live with us right now or indeed joining us later on for the recordings. We appreciate you. Thank you for choosing to be here with us on Story Time. Looking at this book, it reminds me of there's a saying, and I really need to find who said it or where. I remember listening to it one time on radio in Zambia. There was a DJ I used to listen to a lot called Cassius the Flow Mbewe. I was listening and he read something. I can't remember where he was reading it from, but he did say, I may go around the world in search of love, but I'll be read right back to my doorstep, for the world is round, or something like that. And so it just kind of reminds me of the arc in this book, right? Like kind of like that. This young person grows and gets to see the world and wonders, and yet still ends back home, right? That love is so strong. They still come back home at the end of it all, and I think that's the beauty of it too. And parents, I mean, you may have different take, but just thinking too, as your little ones are growing and learning to explore the world, how much do we let them explore? And hopefully that love that we've given them is enough to keep them coming back and remembering us, right? Thank you so much for joining us here today on Story Time. Absolutely appreciate all the time that we get to spend here together. Isn't it? Yeah, no, I love it, love it. And I love that one. Thank you for doing that, Soraya. And Sarah Forster, thank you so much for joining us. You say beautiful too. Thank you so much for joining us out there in Massachusetts. Thank you for being here. I hope that you're well. I hope it isn't too cold out there. I hope that the snow maybe has eased up a little bit, right? Thank you so much for being here. To everybody joining in Storytime, thank you for sitting with me today and enjoying this wonderful book. And I hope that we have many, many, many days coming up that we'll be sitting together, whether live together or indeed later on with the recordings. Thank you for being here. We continue on the dog theme, and tomorrow we bring back a funny one. This one coming to us from Madeline Ngo, and this one is called The Other Dog, and it is illustrated by Christine Devonier. I cannot wait to share this one. Get ready for some laughs in this one tomorrow. Absolutely love it. Thank you indeed for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. And yeah, and I've always loved animals and always loved dogs, but I think like my love for dogs is growing more and more right now, especially that my partner has there are three dogs at home, so getting to really learn their characters, their dognalities, right? I won't say personalities. Well, they're dognalities. Let's go with that. And but loving each one, and just funny moments. But always a pleasure to be here with you on Storytime. Pamela, Courtney, well, you're doing magic out there. We know. Sarah Forster, librarians out there, please remember that Pamela Courtney has a book that is coming out on May 20th. So make a date, mark your calendars, and of course to check those catalogs and and make sure that this book is on your shelves, in your libraries, in your homes. A season for fishing is coming, a fish fry tradition. This one coming to us from, of course, our very own Pamela Courtney, and it is illustrated by Tony D. Chambers. Thank you indeed for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Yes, Pamela Courtney, we do. And of course, Sarah is one of them right here. Thank you indeed for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. And yes, this book coming out on May 20th. And Pamela Courtney, if you could remind me the publishers for you for this one. Thank you indeed for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. And please don't forget, join me tomorrow for The Other Dog, coming to us from Madeline Engel and of course Christine Devonier, and it'll be another one coming to us from Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you indeed for being here with us today. Absolutely appreciate you. Please have yourselves a wonderful day. If you're going to school, we'll wish you the very best of days, and hopefully that recess time or this playtime, whatever you'll be doing, will be great. And of course, if you're at work, we hope that it is still nice and you still find some time, some break, some time for some self-care, maybe a walk around the block or something. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Storytime. All right, Farah Strauss and Giroux. Just wanted to say that name. I love that. Thank you so much. And yeah, congratulations one more time, Pamela Courtney. Looking forward to that book coming our way, hitting our shelves, and yes, coming here, of course, to all the libraries as well. Thank you so much for being here. This has been Storytime for today. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day full of love. And yes, we have the time that we have now. Enjoy it and make the most of it. And as our young ones, as our people grow and roam and rumble and wonder, we know, we hope that love is strong and it will bring them back home to us. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Biggest of hugs. And I will see you again tomorrow when we're back with another exciting story. Yes, keeping true to the dog theme to this next couple of days. Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.
Story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all reading? I just can't wait to be hearing. From the way that I look and think, read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Ooh. Story time. Story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be here. brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing